Hi folks, today we are all set to take our bike for a ride somewhere near Versailles. Hey, so folks, today we decided to take our bike for a ride to the Chateau de Versailles and see what's happening there. The temperature is pretty about 19 degrees, pretty cold. There's wind coming up. I hope my mic works this time. Let's see. Enjoy the French roads with the Royal Enfield Classic. There's high wind. You guys see this? This is the automatic speed radar. If I move then more than 50, we are in 50. So there's a camera which flashes and captures the number plate, and they send and find to your house. It's mostly like about 70 or 80 bucks. You have totally 12 points in your driving license, and they take you 1 point out, and once your 12 point burns out, you got to redo an examination. The examination is pretty much tough in France, especially the driving rules are really hard to pass. Once you have the driving license, you feel the freedom. So I hope so you guys respect the rules over here. You can see these lines which is disconnecting. That means you can overtake towards this thing, like placing your indicator and looking at your right, and then you can take over. So we're heading to Versailles, so I'm going to do that. My indicator is on, looking on the other end, there's no one there, and especially on the side mirrors too, no one. Then you go. We're just doing 60 kilometers. I mean, I used to do quite a lot in other bikes, but it's a evening ride, right? Chilling out. Let me show you one of my favorite houses that I always like to live, dream, and invest. We have bikers all around. There you go. You see the garden out there? That's the Chateau's garden. I mean, they have a castle. The public can access this garden. I'm not really sure whether I'm gonna take the road. No, not this one, but yeah, you can see them, you know, it's beautiful. And this is my favorite house. There you see. It's covered up. The rich never wants to show what they live in, but you know, I love this road. This reminds me of the passage to the kings. Before there was no roads, you know, like they had the chariots, the horses, which brings the king, and they use this entrance to go, and this is all servant houses. Like you have the ministers, you have the chefs, all these people who serve the king. They stay in this end, and the king stays in the other end. You can see the big foundry walls, you know. The road is lovely. It's a big domain. There's marriages happening here. It costs you about 12,000 euros per day. Yeah, that's the domain. You can see them. That's the entrance. Roundabout. That's the entrance. You can see the museum domain. Murray. I mean, this is a small castle. There was another king, not a famous one. I mean, took over all these. Now let's hit to the main roads. We have another traffic. Red lights. I want to get through these cars. Okay, thank you, buddy. Okay. There we go. Those days, that was the castle which you saw behind, and there's the main castle in front. You can see the view of the road. I mean, there was a large road. I mean, imagine the kings having a chariot going all the way here, and there was fully forest. There was less houses. I mean, they still maintain it, but you can see the highways covering it up. It's a lovely thing. There's another radar there to catch your speed limit, but it's in the other end. Doesn't really work on the distance. It's 5,400 euros per square foot in this area. It's a very civilized one. It's a rich area. You can see all the luxurious rich people staying out of Paris. I mean, I get the scooter out. It's too much of noise. I mean, what I was saying was, you have a lot of apartments here. 1 square meter is about 5,400 euros, the least one, and really raises up to 6,000. We're talking about a small 40 meters or 1 BHK or 1 bedroom, whatever you call, can cost you easily about 400,000 to 600,000, depends on the luxurious things they have. And this is why, because of the environment. Versailles, people tend to live here because there's lots of history, and the area is so clean. It's super protected. You have beautiful restaurants, beautiful parks. People really hang out, chill out here. It's one of the best area to live if you're in the outskirts of Paris. It's like you got 40 minutes train to Paris. Let's say an example about, like, you want to get into Tour Eiffel Tower, you can take a train that brings you up another 40 to 30 minutes. No, 40 minutes. This an RERC. I did take it, so I remember that. You see the lovely restaurants. Be careful. If you have a budgeted traveling and you're coming to this area, you want to have a good dinner or lunch, make sure you just have some around 50 to 60 euros that you want to spend for those things, because each restaurant have their own character. They start with starters, lunch, main plat, and the desserts. There you can see the castle. This is the castle which is under construction. We're gonna go into the main entrance. This is the left part of it. This is the main entrance. I couldn't get it. No, that's a parking way. I cannot go inside, but I'm gonna try. He's Louis XIV. That's the horse shed. You have the empires before. It was the horse shed, and it was a hunting house. Then what happened is, literally, Louis XIV wanted to change this thing into his house, and he constructed a marvelous, let's call this fabulous palace, which we call there's Louis XIV. That's his palace. It was a hunting house. He was born in Saint-Germain, then he moved it here, and he started building all this extension. Then you have all these ministry houses. Before it was a horse shed, and they translated, they moved it and constructed it. And there you go. I gotta stick to the roads. It's beautiful, right? if you're going here, it's the parking. This parking is about 24 euros or 16 euros, depends on the day. If you're on the weekends, it's going to be expensive. If you're on the weekdays, you can see the view. You get straight to there, then you have a park. There's kind of a forest and there's a Ferrari. People trying to grab photos of it. Ah, there is it. Okay. You still can chill out here, you know. This is the back door of the chateau. The kings and queens, they come back here, they chill out. This is the hiding spot. I mean, the kings, they have a lot of wives, you know. They try to find a spot somewhere here. Especially Marie Antoinette, the queen, was a shitty one. She was a phenomenal bitch, that I can say. Like, she literally screwed up the king's heritage. She had a boyfriend from Switzerland, yeah, Sweden, who used to come down, chat with her, sit with her, talk with her, and he had the king castle the other way and the queen's castle was there somewhere in the front. There's a big story behind this. I know the story, but let me chill the ride and enjoy this thing. I'll let you guys pick the story later. I don't think so. It's closed. It's closed. It's closed. The good thing about the French people is they wanted to keep themselves fit, you know, no matter what age is it, 60s or 70s or 80s. The summer hits and people tend to really do a lot of sports, jogging. Especially they like this jogging and the cycling. I've seen them cycling. I don't think so this road is going to bring me to somewhere else, but it looks like a dead end. Okay. That's a dead end. That's a really dead end. It's a train station. That's a train station office. SNCF. I'm not allowed to go there. Okay. Exploration finished. I'm gonna take a tour and show you guys how it is. It's the old buildings constructed somewhere in the this must be on the 17th century and redone, you know. There's certain buildings I can just look for something and let you guys know. These are recent buildings. These can be somewhere around 40s or 30s. Pretty much old ones in the 17th centuries, or we can get the 18th centuries, like a voyager rather than a tourist, an explorer. There you have the train station. You know, this is the train station. I remember this train station. Doesn't look like a train station, right? There you can see Gare de Versailles Chateau. Yeah, that's the train station. Best thing I did is getting into this bike. Indian family. We Indians, we love to see Indians when they are outside, you know. When we are in India, we don't really care about them. France is a well architected country, you know. You have bus stations everywhere, you have transportations almost running on perfect timings, and they do have the health policies that you don't work more than 35 hours or 42 is rare. Sometimes I do 42. He nodded the head because I'm a biker. I have a bike, and it was in Harley Davidson. We have total respect for the bikers. That's the best part. These are typical houses, you know. These were constructed somewhere in the 1970s. You can see the stones there. It really keeps you warm in winter, and in summer what happens is the sunlight reflects and keeps you cold inside. That's the best part of it. And these are the latest houses. Like, these are like 70s or 60s, and these are like for 40s, 90s, 40s, 20s. And people are interested in the old ages houses because they don't like modern houses. The best part of Paris and French people are they don't hate modernization. They seldom like it, and when it falls to repair, they try to repair it on the same how they were. I'm gonna take this road and see where it goes. Get into small roads and see. Echo, school, red light. Man, there's too much of red lights actually wherever I go. Really? Okay. Gotta stop everywhere. Red, 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 and red. Red and red. Okay, let's see, where are we now? Okay, gone on the main road. Stop. I am not really sure. Okay, I've gotta go check it out. Look at the width of the road. It's too wide, right? I see the castle straight there. I want to do videos like how it takes to live in France, especially comparing with US, India. I'm from India, so I wanted to do something like that. Help people understand what is France, what is the difference between the real revenue that you can earn in France or Europe. Because France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, and what else? Netherlands, Luxembourg. These countries are really relying on the same type of policies on wages, healthcare, transportation. You literally have the same type of transportation. You can still compare them. I want to do a series on that. Imagine when the French Revolution was happening, people were walking around all the way to the castle and asking, why did you make my country in a shitty piece? There was a kid, a small kid, who was literally hungry and went to Maria Antoinette, and she gave a piece of a cake. Go have this. Literally, they never knew what was happening in France. They never cared about it. The castle was so rich, the people inside were so rich. They never used to take showers. They used to put perfumes. They had almost 4 to 6 sets of clothes that they can change on every day. They were living a lavish life. And there's a control. The police is trying to control them. There's a young guy with his suitcase on. Not really sure. Look at the view. This is Chateau de Versailles. Now the main part, that was the hunting house. Then the extension happened, and they started building these buildings. There was a lot of innovations. Let me get to the front. There's a lot of innovations here. It's about 14 to 16 euros for an adult. When you have a student pass and you're below 26, you still have a discount. Below 26 is about $9, I guess so. And you have a student pass, it's going to be lesser than the average adult ticket. Make sure you grab your tickets on the internet before coming here, because the queue sometimes stands a long way, especially on the weekends. So guys, we're heading back home. Just wanted to do a short trip. Later on we'll do more on Paris, the roads, the streets. I'll make a GPS itinerary so that we can have some good coffees and chill and see what things are happening in Paris too. This is where you have to get to. There's two castles. There's the main castle, it's King Castle. Then I said the Marie Antoinette, that was Louis XVI, the King's Castle, and Marie Antoinette, his wife. The wife, the queen who served the cake for a poor girl, say that eat this when she was starving. Yeah. Her castle is there. Well, I'll drive it to there. And you have an electric car, the parkings are free. There's too much of red lights, I don't know what. Just because they've seen my bike coming. I'm gonna bring it to the Queen's Castle, show you the entrance of it. That's the entrance actually. Make sure you have good shoes to get inside the chateau. I say it's closed. I wasn't going in. That's a beautiful hotel. What is this? Grand Palais? Triomphe Palais. That's a 5-star hotel. Just wanted to show you this house, which this was one way. Oh, there you go. There she is. Stunningly beautiful. Okay. 2 million. No, it must be about 10 to 15 million. Literally 10 to 15 million. No jokes. Another red. Oh, I wish I was a magician. Just changes to green. Boop. The guy has a kid and literally he's carrying beers. Cool. Hope he invites me. The best part of the French culture is people really are friendly. People everyone says no, French are rude, rugged. Yeah, they don't speak English. They hate English. They don't open up. When you speak French, it's more easier. You come and tend to learn this language and become more friendly with them. That's the best part. Is learning. I heard when you learn, your brain brings up a new capacity of having good memories. When you have a new language, you tend to do new things and you attain high. I mean, I don't know who is he. Your brain tends to open up the capacity of memorizing words. That's the best part. But I had this difficulty, I had this flickering thing. I had to always translate myself, what is this thing in English? And I got used to the word when I understood the meaning and the why. It made sense. Anything in this whole world, when you wanted to do the why, it makes sense, Do the why first. Why do you want to do this? And what do you want to do about that? And how do you get to that point? That's the key initial thing, I want to talk about investment a little bit when we talk on this, getting my brains out. The first investment that I did when I was a kid was buying gold and having them as an emergency fund, because whenever I had any emergency cases, because I stepped out of my house when I was a kid, so I used to buy some certain things, but I was pretty scared who's going to steal it from me. It was not a very secure investment, but it was a good investment. If I had a place to store it down, I could have stored it. And second investment was stocks. People really get a wrong intention of the stocks, because just try to buy a couple of stocks and start investing on them monthly, like SP 500. In India, it is Nifty 50. In France, it's CAC 40. So you have group of performing companies in one bundle stocks, which you call as ETF. Okay? Start investing on that, because that is the only one thing that you want to have emergency cash, and you can get them in 48 hours or instantly or 3 days time. Stocks is a good investment. A third thing which is out of the box is, if you have a little bit more money, go for watches. The Rolex, find for a rare model. Go for the investment in Rolex. It's worth doing it. 10 years down the road, the watches get value. That's the paintings, But paintings are hard to maintain. That's one big problem, and you got to find the right buyer. But watches, you can find the buyers anytime you want, even through the internet. The fourth thing, if you have more money, real estate, buy something, rent it out, or it's a dead investment. You can still make money out of it in 10 years time. Then you have the last one, my favorite one, which I do regularly, is the boring stuff which people hate. And they say, Arvind, oh come on, shut up. Is invest on you. Yeah, I go to seminars, I go to read books, I don't talk to friends to educate myself. The moment I educate myself, I've get about 30% right away, an increment in my brain, and I make that into a money. You want to learn some languages, or you wanted to be a business coach, you want to be an entrepreneur, you wanted to open a business. Yeah, invest on yourself. If I'm you and I don't have any fucking money in my pocket and I wanted to do something, I'll just invest on myself. So I'll keep on learning. I'll just give you like about 2 hours or 3 hours per week to start investing on yourself. Go to the gym too, that is investment on yourself. Do some sports, that's investment on yourself. Read a book, that's investment on yourself. Talk to a person who's more better than you to investing on yourself. Wear some good clothes. Go to any cheap markets if you don't have money. Get a blue jean or a white shirt. That's good. That's the basic thing to start up. A white shirt or a blue one, no checked one, keeps you tidy. That's investment on yourself. That's pretty good. Keeping your mind straight is investment on yourself. Removing your fear is investment on yourself. Finding the right text to speak up is investment on yourself. Negotiating a price is investment on yourself. Communicating more than 100 people is investment on yourself. These are the things that you can do. One thing, there's the logic that everyone forgets. When in many movies they used to talk about it. When you were born, you brought nothing to this world. When you're going to die, you're going to bring nothing to this. You're going to bring nothing with you. So why not invest on yourself, guys? Being poor is a sin, man. Being a middle class is a sin. Don't do that. Try to learn something, which is the hard thing. I love this. The beat warms me up, So try to invest on yourself at the first point. Then you can go for the watches, then you can go for the stocks, then you can go for the real estate, and you can open up a company. The company should be automated so that you can make plenty of money. Don't die poor. I'm seriously telling you guys, dying poor is a shitty thing. Don't be poor. You can get your life to an experience, and you have done something more better than life, and you have given it all. For example, you get into a business and you did some innovations and you lost all the money. That's still okay, because you wanted to do what you wanted to do. That's life. There you have a view of the house. But if you don't do what you wanted to do, that's wrong, man. There's something wrong. Well, I don't want to become a philosopher yet. We're enjoying the ride. I just wanted to get things out of my brain. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride with me with the Royal Enfield. We're gonna make more rides like this. Summer, winter. I'm gonna get some winter gloves, because I feel this is a real meditation. I feel this is a real meditation, driving a bike. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give it a like, share, comment. And if you want me to drive somewhere in Paris, I can do that. I'm going to take it for a long trip. It's going to be more fun. Keep on texting me in the comment box. Let me know what you want. So ciao from now. Bye from Arvind.